So every now and then there is a product launch that is simply jaw-dropping. I've heard a lot about how FIIL makes fantastic earphones, and I have a lot of requests for me to review their earphones. Today we're taking a look at one of them that gets me all excited just by looking at its styling. So is it any good? Welcome to a review of the FIIL CC. Hello, my name is Sean and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I do a lot of tech reviews as well as unboxing, and if that is something that interests you, do consider subscribing to this channel, leave a thumbs up on this video as well as share this video to all your friends around. With that said, let's get on with a review of the FIIL CC. So when I saw the FIIL CC, I never thought earphones could look this good, and I've been looking around to see how manufacturers can innovate and make AirPods Alternative interesting again. Today is finally the day that we come to witness how FIIL can take the traditional AirPods and, as Rie from Tasty would say, make it fancy. The FIIL CC is definitely fancy in my books, and I'm excited to check them out together with you to see if they are any good. So the FIIL CC is by no means a cheap earphone, but compared to the 700 Malaysia Ringgit AirPods, this is a steal. The earphones retails in Malaysia for about 279 Malaysia Ringgit, and that translates to about US 70. So if you're interested in getting these earphones, do check out some of my links in the description below, and it will definitely help out the channel a lot. So since this is my first time checking out of FIIL earphones, the first thing I want to acknowledge is that the logo that they choose to use, that font, is just crazy beautiful. A sign of how innovative a company is can simply be found in the design that they use. And just by looking at their fonts and their design, I think they're definitely an innovative company. And that is really apparent in the design of the FIIL CC. When I first opened up the box and saw how the earphones are sitting inside, I simply said wow. So pulling out the earphones from the box, the first thing you'll feel is that cold metal construction, and it appears that FIIL uses a titanium for the outside of the case, and you definitely can feel some heft to the earbuds. I always love earphones to feel a little bit heavy, to have some weight to it, and the FIIL CC definitely has that. The front of the case has a simple FIIL branding, and all around the case you get to enjoy the whole titanium body without any other distractions or unnecessary design. So I personally think that this is like the pinnacle of earphones design, and it just looks fantastic. So when you flip the case to the bottom, you'll see a USB Type-C charge port and of course some technical details about the earphones. So since these earphones don't come with a lid, on the top of the case you'll see the exposed earphones. The earphone sits nice and flush inside the case. Of course you won't see it at first, but FIIL have cleverly hidden the case LED indicator right in the center part of this case, and it lights up once you plug the earphones in. So the way the earphones are seated inside makes it a little bit tricky to take them out, and you need to grab it on top of the stem here in order to grab them out. So it's a little bit annoying, but seeing how this entire thing is designed, I really don't care that it's slightly difficult to pull out. Maybe FIIL could design a stealthy lever that when you push on them or pull on them, it'll pop the earphones out slightly. But overall, if you have less grippy hands like me, it'll definitely find a little bit harder to pull them out. So when you finally pull the earphones out, you'll be greeted with a beautiful square-shaped stem and an AirPod-style ear tips design. So the earphones, unlike the case, is very lightweight and is definitely by design, since you don't want to have a heavy earphones to be pulling down on your ears for hours. And the side of the stem, you'll again see the nice stealthy FIIL logo, and it just makes the entire earbuds look super amazing. So of course, when you put the earphones back into its case, you see that the top of the earphones, you get an LED indicator that tells you the different status of the earphones, and next to that you see the AirPod style ear tips. So the earphones would give you about 4 hours of continuous playback time, and the case gives you a total of 20 hours of playback time. So that is about 5 full charge cycles, and the earphones charges up in a mere 40 minutes, which is super fast, and the case takes about 1.5 hours to fully charge. So I guess you can tell tell by now, I really think that the FIIL CC is one of the most beautiful earphones I've tested on this channel, period. So FIIL puts a unique chip into these earphones, and I would expect them to probably go with something like a Qualcomm chipset, but instead they went with the Iroha 1536 Bluetooth 5.0 chipset, which fortunately still supports AAC and SBC audio codec. I'll say that it provides sufficiently good performance overall, and it's very typical to most Bluetooth 5.0 earphones. These earphones support a decent IPX4 water resistant rating that should give you overall peace of mind when slightly getting them wet. So regular sweating, water splashing, and even getting caught under the rain shouldn't be much of a problem. But as to most of these earphones, the case itself is usually not water resistant, so don't get the case wet. So the FIIL CC also has an app that you can connect to. However, at the time of filming this, the app still doesn't allow me to connect into the app, so hopefully we'll get to try that out soon and I'll report my experience on that. So to be honest, the sound quality of the FIIL CC is nothing fantastic and is very typical to most AirPods Alternative. It has a very slight hint of bass which lets you feel a little bit dynamism into your music, but definitely nothing too powerful. It doesn't compare to the Tronsmart Onyx Ace at all, and the bass performance is nowhere near. But overall it gives you a very clear, very sufficient sound quality overall, nothing to complain about, but nothing to shout about as well. The earphones are powered by a 13.1mm 3-layered titanium diaphragm driver, and I think you kinda can tell the type of sound quality from a titanium diaphragm. So the soundstage of it feels decent and not very wide despite the large driver, but overall I think it's a really good pair of earphones for general music listening and even watching movies. So in terms of call quality, the FIIL CC actually excels in this department, and I have very good experience using this for phone calls. Call quality in general is good in quiet or noisy environment. The earphones uses two separate microphones to generate a beamform to pick up your voice better. The earphones claim to have ENC, but it doesn't quite cut off ambient noise too much. But fortunately, it lets your voice through super crisp and clear. Anyway, let's take a listen to the call quality test of these earbuds. So this is a test to see whether or not the FIIL CC is a good quality earphones for making phone calls. So this is me speaking without any environmental noise around, and it's a relatively quiet environment, so this is the call quality that you can expect. So what I'm going to do now is play a simulated background noise in the background so you can tell the difference. So now there is a simulated background noise playing in the background, and it's relatively noisy, so this is again the call quality that you can expect if you're using these earbuds in a noisy environment. So what do you think about the call quality? Let me know in the comment section down below. With Bluetooth 5.0, there are really no issues with latency when watching videos on YouTube or Netflix. However, playing games like PUBG, it does have quite a delay. Despite the box saying it has low latency for gaming, in practice, it's not really the case. But anyways, let's take a look at the latency performance of these earbuds. So this is a test to see whether or not these earphones actually have a latency problem. So what I'm going to do now is clap into the microphone and you should be able to tell. So here we go. And if you see the hands not synchronized with the sound, then you will know that these earphones actually have a latency problem. So out of the box, the controls that you get is not all that comprehensive, but according to the Quick Start Guide, the FIIL Plus app should allow you to make adjustments to the controls and to switch up the controls. But unfortunately, at the time of this recording, I am still unable to connect the FIIL CC to their mobile app, so I'll check that out in the future. But from what you get out of the box, double tapping on the stem and on the earphones allow you to play or pause your media. So double tap, play, and double tap, pause. And to pull out your assistant, simply tap and hold on the earbuds for 2 seconds on either side. So 2 seconds, it'll pull out your assistant. So same goes to the left hand side. If you press and hold for 2 seconds, it will pull out your assistant. So I really hope to try out the app as soon as possible, and so that we can truly experience the full spectrum of features on these earphones. Overall, I really like these earphones, and I would say just get it for how it looks and how it sounds. For me, it's a piece of art that doesn't come by very often, so hold on to it and casually use it for some simple music. So that is it for this review. If you find this video helpful, smash that thumbs up button, share this video everywhere, and if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.